It's Leigh at the Brain Performance Center. And today I want to talk about cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. CBT focuses on a person's thoughts, their beliefs, and their attitudes, and it can affect their behavior and their feelings. Negative thoughts create negative behavior, create negative feelings. CBT is used widely for a number of different causes, most recognized for depression, but also very effective for anxiety, insomnia, eating disorders, chronic pain. Can be applied in a number of different ways. The focus of CBT is to focus on your current challenges. It's a short-term therapy. It helps you to identify the problems more clearly. It also helps you to develop an awareness of those automatic negative thoughts. We call them ants. We all have them. They run around like crazy in our brain, and we don't even, they're so fast and they're so furious, we don't even know they were there. It's just all of a sudden, I'm upset, or I'm irritable, or I'm grumpy, or I'm mad, and I don't know why. Once you become aware of those automatic negative thoughts, you can catch those ants. And when you catch them, you replace them with positive thoughts. And those positive thoughts will create a more positive energy in your life. You know, CBT will help you to understand what is fact and what are irrational thoughts. Sometimes it's hard for us to distinguish between the two. I think the worst thing that we do is we assume the worst. Do you ever feel like everything is going to be a catastrophe or the worst is going to happen? And I think as stressful as our lives have been lately, that we probably all do. But CBT will put the focus on how things really are, not on how you think that they are. Because sometimes we create unrealistic expectations for ourselves. And when we do, we create goals that are not attainable. And with CBT, you'll be able to set goals that are attainable because you'll be using realistic expectations. And instead of striving for perfection, strive for what is realistic. You know, the thing with CBT is it really helps you to become in control of your thoughts. And if you've got nothing but negative thoughts going through your brain, then you're either depressed, you're anxious, you're worried. But if you've got positive thoughts, it changes your life. And I know it's hard when you're trying to face up to what's going on in your brain and it's hard to seek help. But what I really encourage you to do is face the fact that you won't be able to work through this alone. Changing your thoughts is not hard when you have somebody to help you and guide you through it. When you try to do it all on your own, it's very difficult. So don't dwell on the negative and overlook the positive, and stop that all or nothing thinking. Because if you start we're always going to find what we're looking for. And if you start looking for some positive, you'll find it. And sometimes we need to just step back and help ourselves reframe our thoughts. Instead of thinking, oh, that guy, he ruined my life. Another way to reframe that thought would be, you know what? There's nobody that can ruin my life but me. And put some positive affirmations. This is my favorite one. I will come back bigger and better and stronger. And it's worked. I used it when the tornado took my office down in 2019, and I used it when COVID-19 closed my office this year, and I'm coming back bigger and better and stronger. And I would love to help you do that as well. If you can take those negative thoughts and switch it to positive thoughts, it's a life changer. Turn your brain on to get your game on. I talk about that in my book. If I can help you in any way, please call for a complimentary consultation. I would love to help you get that positive energy flowing not only through your brain, but through your body.